Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another Patron Week. This time, everyone wanted us to just murder a princess, so here we are.
I don't even ask questions anymore. It's just another dead princess
Yeah.
to me. It is weird
This
that
is
they keep asking us to do it considering we're a video game review show.
Yeah, that is strange.
In any case,
Like,
I
there-
don't know
there
anything
aren't-
about this game.
There aren't that many princesses, left, you know? I mean, half the monarchies in Europe immolated themselves in World War I, so, I mean, how many more can there be?
Yeah, we've taken care of like 17% of the rest. Anyway, new game, right?
Yeah, so this is a visual novel by Black Tabby Games. They're pretty cool. I think a two-person studio.
This gives me the vibe of one of those games where it's not the same every time you hit new game.
A cabin. And in the basement.
Well, what would suggest that to you?
You're here to see.
As a
Okay, so this does have.
You don't.
I think it does have full voice acting. This is a game I've been meaning to play. I haven't got around to it. And I installed it, and it's like 7 gigabytes, and I was like, what the fuck else could this be except the full voice acting here? Oh, we got a lot of options. Holy shit. Okay, we can directly ask the narrator what the hell's going on.
It feels like it's appropriate to do so, but my inclination at this moment would just be to take this premise at face value and run with it.
Alright. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution.
Not even that. Just like, okay, I'm
Just
here to kill a
silently
princess.
continue to the cabin.
Or
this.
I think it's actually a deficiency of mine that on some level I want to feel smarter than... Like, I want to feel smarter than the premise where it's like, obviously, like, based on the art and everything here, you're supposed to have a visceral reaction to the idea of killing the princess, which, of course, on the face of it, that's a psychopathic thing to just accept that you're going to do, just because it's a human being. But, you know, I've played a lot of video games. This is not the weirdest thing that I've done just because a prompt told me to.
I think her being a human being is maybe assuming more about this situation than is actually true.
Yeah, that's just how it comes out.
Alright, well, I'm pretty sure the game is literally about what you just said, so... Yeah, okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through
we won't.
this, right?
Oh, okay, we have a
Princess.
voice.
We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
What if the
Ignore
princess
him.
is
He
evil?
doesn't know what he's talking about.
Or is that us, actually?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air
that I
is
can
stale and musty, and the
around a
floor
little
and
bit by
walls
just
are
moving the
painted in a
mouse.
fine layer of dust.
That's nice.
The only furniture of note
Visual
is a
novels, to
plain
me,
wooden table.
are
Perched
sometimes
on that
tricky
table
because
is a
I
pristine blade.
am very impatient and I
Blade is your
I
implement.
literally have
You'll need
ADHD.
it if you want to do
And
this right.
something
yeah.
about my lack of control and kind of ability to direct the experience at any given time beyond just kind of waiting for things to click through
take the
means that I
blade
start
from the
skipping a lot. So yeah, just the ability
Yes.
to jiggle
Slay
the viewport a
princess
little
and
bit,
save
that's
the
very
world
nice.
Without it.
My problem with that, this seems to be especially a problem with localized Japanese visual novels, is they just spend so much time on everything, and the prose is so dense, and it's like, please, come on, there's a visual component here. I don't need you to describe everything you're seeing. Let's
And you get
go.
that
Come
kind
on.
of circuitous dialogue like, yep,
Yeah.
well, I went to the supermarket. Huh? Supermarket? What's a supermarket? Well, the supermarket is a place where they have all kinds of things that you can buy to eat. You could prepare things at home instead of just buying them, but they also have pre-made foods. Huh. This supermarket sounds pretty cool. We should go to a supermarket together sometime.
Yeah, and I don't mean that to, I think that's just to an extent a localization thing. And certainly there are Japanese visual novels that don't do that, and Western visual novels that do, but like that's been my experience in general. All right, let's go down the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I
Don't let it fool
wouldn't
you.
say that I felt
It's
a
all part of the
significant amount of
manipulation.
authority and command from that read, but I mean, yeah,
Hi. Hey, I think I'm
no
here to
reason to
kill
be
you.
rude.
Be
Hi.
a stranger. And it's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Okay, I will say she's using the evil voice.
You walk down the stairs.
Yeah, she is
You
using
lock
the evil
eyes with the
voice.
princess.
I mean, that itself
There's a
is
heavy
reason
chain
enough.
around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's
Yeah, it's
so
some Hannibal Lecter
coldly
shit here.
beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
This hero is not
And there you
had
are.
exposure to the same
you
kinds
here
of
to kill
fantastical
me or
narratives that I
something?
have. This creature has an unearthly beauty. It can't be an existential threat.
Yeah, you know, we're here to kill
That
you.
isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood
I don't
isn't very
know
becoming
that-
of us.
Yeah, okay, so I'm assuming that this is what's going to be explored here, but the fact is that we have literally no context to inform which of these decisions is correct.
Yeah.
Because, like, we could let her talk. She could say anything. She could say anything. We would be accepting whatever premise she gave us very much the same at face value as we'd be accepting the voice of the narrator. It's not like we're arranging a debate between the two of them where they could, like, give us presentations with slides that are grounded in our understanding of this world, right?
We go, hang on one second, run back up the stairs, come back down with two podiums, sit the narrator down next to her, and, okay, we're gonna have a debate. Should you be killed or not?
So really, there's only two positions to take here from my very boring perspective, which is either A, we obviously should kill her because it's the premise of the game, or B, we obviously shouldn't kill her because if you're not sure what to do, not murdering someone's generally the safer option.
All right, let's murder her.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh?
And now it just
We're
cuts to a
talking
really
now?
tight character
Fine.
action sequence.
What even makes you think you can kill me?
Turns out to be a fighting game.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed.
Okay,
If you hesitate
bring up your
now,
character
it'll be too
sheet.
late.
We have any jutsu?
End this.
Okay, the real strat is you grab the knife and then leave the cabin, come back around where the window is, and then drop the knife immersion style, and it hits her in the head.
Oh, there's just so many stupid D&D ways to do this.
Fireball.
I have to say that a lot of groups I've been with probably would have just like dropped a bomb or something through the window.
I read I think it was the RPG Horror Stories subreddit, which is just fantastic if you want to read really long explanations of fairly mundane arguments. But there was one where the DM just was not fucking paying attention and just let this, like, level 6 mage cast, like, 15 fireballs before he was like, hey, wait a minute, shouldn't you be out of spells?
That's a cheeky rascal. Okay, hang on. Again, we're following our instincts here, but should we maybe just explore around a bit just to demonstrate the game a bit?
I mean,
I'm a little worried that we're speed running it, but I think the way you said it is we're going to be doing multiple runs anyhow.
Yeah, this is a game. I'm fairly certain we'll get killed somehow doing whatever we do here. But this is a game where you restart multiple times. So.
All right, fuck it. Let's just commit.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Please talk to me.
All right, we do have the title option here.
There's a strong option here. Yeah, let's just get this. Let's just bite the bullet.
Doubt, unfortunately,
fuck! Yep.
as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation.
Hokuto no Ken!
Sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts.
We'll know this for next time.
Are we able to talk with a fractured jaw?
She's actually pretty trustworthy when it comes to self-reporting.
The shock of that first strike is enough.
I mean, this is a point in her favor. You know, she sold a bill of goods, and she's delivering.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first.
Really, I think this is a thing where we can blame this on the person who locked her up here, only chaining one arm with a very long chain to the wall.
Still turn this around.
He's got 2 chains. I was wondering that. Was there another princess?
I feel like that's clearly what the storytelling is of that. That was like my immediate reaction. I gotta finish the job. You know, we'll quit.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
It's real nails right there.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I haven't been able to state the facts of the situation, and honestly...
Well, I think they're just demonstrating their bona fides.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Who are you? Wait, who's the narrator talking to right now, and who is our friend here?
I actually think that the hero... No, I believe the hero is not actually the protagonist. Like, we are not the hero.
Yeah.
The hero is essentially a second commentator.
Narrator having an argument with himself.
Time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
Whoops.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
No.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark.
Probably not, because I'm still within the Steam refund window.
That's the end. Goodbye.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So, do we want to go in the cabin?
We could just not.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, we got a lot of options to the effect of, like, wait a minute, didn't we just do this?
Yeah, which... Can we just pick the exact same options without exploring that fork? Because that is the thing I'm most curious about.
I guess we could, but I suspect it will throw up things like, oh yeah, you can't just do that again. You're not just going to get yourself killed.
Well, let's find out. I mean, I don't know. Like,
Alright.
if I'm exploring the parameters of this kind of interesting narrative experiment, this is how it occurs to me to explore.
Alright.
Rutskarn's the only person that would find himself in a Groundhog Day and then intentionally do the next day exactly as the first day went.
You have to establish a baseline, or else you don't even know it's a Groundhog Day.
Yeah, I mean, if you
in
repeat
her power to
once
stop you from
and then you
slaying
just start fucking around and it turns out that was a
Believe
one-time
word
thing,
she
I mean,
says.
you know, you could be screwed.
To be fair, also, to be fair to the princess, narrator, she did not lie. She actually was pretty. She was a real straight shooter.
Yeah.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like
Oh.
her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
I mean,
She could absolutely cheat in the middle of a fight.
yeah, like, what are you talking about?
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
So is it like we've done this before, so now we have the voice of the person that would go and kill her?
If so, that's really fucking interesting. Like, you take on previous iterations of
Is
yourself
tighter than
as...
its exterior would suggest.
Huh.
Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you
Actually, I
want
want
to
one
do
of those
this
big
right.
boards. I think I can do more damage with one of those giant boards.
So we want to look
You
around.
didn't say anything about the
Yeah,
mirror.
let's look at the mirror. Let's look at the mirror. Come
That's
on.
because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Oh, stop bickering and just get on with it. Who even cares if there's a...
I feel like the game's roasting me now. If so, fair play. That one's pretty good.
Let's see how
I
handsome
care
we
less
are.
about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror,
Hang
what else is he
on.
hiding from us?
A pretty
I'm
reasonable
not
argument.
lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even
See,
do?
like, this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like, previously we had no context to determine who is telling the truth
Yeah.
and who's lying, so
Walk
there
up
wasn't
the
any
wall next
point
to the
exploring
basement
it.
door.
Now
It's a wall.
we're starting to
Is it
develop
much
some
to
kind
say?
of, we're starting to develop some touchstones, you know?
This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand.
Oh, we're
against the
fucked up,
cabin
huh?
wall. I hope you.
Yeah.
know that
I had seen our hand before and thought like, oh,
was there a
that's
second ago.
like the art style's simple, but there's like a lot of deceptive
gone. So
quality
all
to
of
it.
us
That
stop
looks like
arguing
really
about it.
sloppy
Get to fighting.
chainmail or like sloppy like lobstered gauntlet. But no, that is in fact scale.
Should we take the blade
All right.
again?
Yeah, you know.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult
Maybe we
to
gained
slay
a
the
level.
princess and save the world without a weapon.
Maybe this time we will be more level appropriate for this encounter.
If you just
The door to the
obstinately
basement
choose
creaks,
attack every
revealing a
time,
rough
who's to
stone
say it won't
staircase,
eventually pay
its
out?
walls pressing at your
Yeah, I
sides
mean,
and
you know,
tightening as you
just
descend.
critical hits are a
The
thing.
air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive.
Once you slay the
With an
princess,
almost
you can just
sulfuric
you
odor
can
to it.
stop playing and leave a
If the
review on
princess
Steam that says
lives here,
GG
slaying her
easy.
would probably be doing her a favor.
Do you think they reshaded all of these things twice for that flicker effect, or do you think there is some sort of filter they applied?
It looks to
looking
me
at it, it
like
looks
a
filter.
filter. Yeah.
It's well
like-
done though.
Yeah, like it would be more distracting if they drew it twice and you'd have like hatching that doesn't line up. It would look very strange switching between just like 2 frames of that. So
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
I suspect the princess's reactions depend on the choices you've made ahead of time. Like, I think if we'd not been gung-ho about killing her the first time, she would have been like, oh,
isn't what she sounded like
why
last
would you
time.
want to kill me?
Her voice is a little deeper.
So we basically need to make the
Threatening.
princess into like a total wuss and then
Sounds
fucking
like my
get her.
kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Like, we need to do a princess romance run to
As you
set
descend
us
the
up
final
to
step,
murder her.
The form of
Alright,
the princess
alright.
comes into
This,
view.
this seems
A
different.
large shackle
Yeah.
leading from her wrist
Well,
to the basement
can I
wall.
say? A little bit hornier.
Little bit.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of
Was
the
that a
That
pun?
was not a, no, I was actually about to say that's not a double entendre. I just straightforwardly mean that this is more sexually charged.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Okay.
And you brought your little knife, too.
Wait, so if we were
Yes.
both human before, have we just been like isekai'd into another dimension where she's a demon and we're like a
No,
orc or
we
something?
had that hand before.
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little
I-
pieces.
Okay. I have a weird feeling like the options I picked in the first one was some kind of psychological test. It's like, oh, see, you're this kind of pervert. Here's your here's your Dommy murder, mommy. Slay
we
the
feel
princess.
like-
Let's slay the princess. I just want to see how this goes.
Rutskarn. Alright.
Good. With a singular focus, you.
I mean, we're
launch
about to
your
get our
wits
ass kicked
down the
real
basement,
fucking fast, so I don't
catapult
know why.
yourself towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
Maybe having the voice of the stubborn makes us better at fighting.
You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum. Your
I mean, that was
lodged in the
somewhat
palm of
better
her
than our
arm.
opening move last
She
time.
grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
The other thing is,
do
I like to
this.
encourage people to play this because I don't think it's expensive and it does seem very interesting.
gonna win.
And I don't know how many people are going to be dumb enough to play it this way.
Do we listen to the stubborn and just keep pushing? Or attack from a different
Obviously,
angle?
on the stubber, Josh,
Alright.
you know what I'm going to say.
Oh my
As the two
God.
of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes. You get it, don't you?
Yeah, I get
I
it.
do.
I like,
Lie,
I do, and then lie, I do. Yeah, I like that.
Dealer's
Do you-
choice.
Alright.
Nothing exists outside of us. It's just you and me, dying and coming back, clashing against each other. Forever.
That's not what's going on. There's an entire world at stake here. Yes, the fate of the world doesn't
What
matter.
world, though?
The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing
We
that
didn't go
matters
exploring,
is
we don't
getting
know.
Stronger.
Yeah, we should do
Only
that.
way to get
Oh yeah,
stronger
next time
is
let's
to
turn around and
win.
go into town and pick up some
Even
side
if it
quests.
takes us forever to get there. Your balance is
I
suddenly
wouldn't be
thrown off
shocked
as
if
the
that
princess
actually is
falls
something
to
you
the
can
ground.
do.
It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
Oh, so this is going well.
As she strikes you again, you hear the whine of straining metal, and then a snap. It would appear that she's loose. We're
See?
fine.
That didn't take long.
But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours.
Are we just blind right now? Like... Oh no, okay.
Loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor. I said we're fine.
Fireball?
We're
Didn't
about to
say
get the
we
people
weren't
to
fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
She tosses it at your feet.
It seems more like she tossed it at our face.
Well... There's trees in this place, guys!
Are there more options?
This
Okay.
this is a I will say this is a very funny moment to be pedantic.
Start rules lawyering. So, are we just gonna go whole hog? Just keep fighting?
Once again, dealer's choice.
Yeah, there were trees and
I
shit.
meant that nothing else
Like, this
matters.
is literally the first point we picked anybody up on.
That it's just us. That when we hurt each other, we're alive, and when that happens, everything else is gone. You feel
Okay.
it too, right?
There's a lot of options here. I do like that the ones that are that won't completely end the conversation are all able to explore.
Right.
Yeah. So what are you feeling?
I mean, I probably would have just picked attack again, but again, I'm not the sole pilot here.
Well, I mean, Chris hasn't made any suggestions yet, but
I'm fine with whatever. I don't know what the... I still don't know what the game is trying to get us to do, is the problem. So I would
Well,
either keep fighting or maybe have an extended philosophical conversation that goes on for too long for the show.
all right, let's do the whole. Oh, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that makes me angry. No, frustrated. Wait, sad. Maybe you can still get it though, if I show you.
Okay.
How much more proof do you need? Would it help to watch me rise from the dead with your own two eyes? Fine, go ahead. Stab me in the heart. See what happens.
Easy game.
Princess throws open her arms, exposing her chest. Is she really just going to let you slay her? Do it. Do it right now, before she changes her mind. Hold on. What if this is a trick? If she's leaving herself open like this, there's only one way we can strike at her. For all we know, she's 3 steps ahead of us.
Motherfucker, she knows way the fuck more about what's going on. Than
Yeah, the
anything
voice of the hero's
than
talking
any of
like
us
we've
right
got
now.
another
Like, dude.
play here.
3 steps.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, unless one of these options is put together a custom combo
And how would you
to really style on her. I think we may as well just play in the trap here.
So why would she? That's a great point. So please stop hesitating and end this now.
All right, slay the princess.
Yeah.
The princess remains unflinching as you run her down, her stoic expression once again curving into a knowing smile as the pristine blade buries deep into her heart. Did she really just let us do that? Apparently, yes.
See you soon.
Next time's going to be
And then
even
she stumbles
thirstier.
back into the wall, the blade still lodged firmly in her chest. She collapses to the ground. She's dead. It's over.
Why did we do it straight through the
Easy
sternum?
game,
I
not
feel
even
like...
hard.
Yeah.
But it can't be over. She said she'd be back. I know that the two of you had some sort of weird bond, but look on the bright side.
I
Now we
don't
don't
like
have
to
to
call that a
die.
bond.
Isn't that nice?
No, it's not nice. I wanted to fight her forever. This is shit. It's not fair.
The murder hobo in the party is upset that there's no one left to murder.
Life isn't fair, but what's done is done, and whether you like it or not, the entire world is in your debt for saving it from ruin. I'm sure in due time you'll learn to live with yourself. Let's just get out of here. Yes. That sounds like a splendid idea.
To the tavern. Any more princesses you want me to murder? Just like,
I'm just gonna leave.
yeah, so fucking
Thank you
yeah,
for listening
bounce.
to reason. For a second there, I was concerned you'd bought into that stubborn one's madness.
Madness? I'm the only sane one here. I understand what we're supposed to be. The rest of you are in denial.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the base of the stairs. It's time for you to move on to a new, safer chapter of your life.
I'm telling you, she's